Welcome back to SwitchCorner. It's time for our weekly breakdown of games I'm excited for in the coming week. I didn't cover everything. I find a lot of, the shovelware and junk that we seem to get pretty much every week. It's more a quick list of games that caught my attention and may just be worth a look. If there is anything I missed though, or you think we should be checking something out, let the community know in the comments below. With that though, hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here, join our growing family, and let's get started. So pricing, as always, it's in the lower left corner of the screen, but before we get started this week, I want to give a shout out to a surprise drop that happened in the last few days. This one, it's Arcade Archive Sunset Riders. If you like retro like me, you'll know this one pretty much immediately, and it's quite honestly a masterpiece from the SNES and Genesis days. Here, you and 3 others get to venture into the Old West and take down basically a slew of different enemies. To this day, the pixel work is stunning, the soundtrack is great, and as 2D side-scrolling shooters go, I can easily rank this one up there as one of my favourites. Plus, this version even includes 4-player local co-op. Honestly, this is worth it, and it's pretty pricey if you actually try to go the retro route. So first up then, for new games this week, we got Summer in Mara. It's basically combining farming with adventure elements. Explore 20 different islands, meet and befriend up to 25 characters, and then tackle 300 quests. Visually, I gotta say, it looks stunning in the stills and the trailer, and I hope it delivers, because the vibe I'm getting here, especially from those anime cutscenes, it's very similar to a Studio Ghibli-esque vibe, and that, for anyone who doesn't know, it's a very good thing. Here's my concern with this one right now: 25 characters to meet and befriend over 20 different islands. So basically 1 person per island. Gotta say, that sounds a little underwhelming. I hope it's just poorly worded though. I'm hopeful on this one though, but it's way past the price point of a spur of the moment purchase for me. I'm hoping to get a review out on this one, but I still don't have it yet. So Across the Grooves now, it's an acquired taste for sure, but an interactive graphic novel that sees your choices impacting the destiny of our female lead, Alice. If the name wasn't enough of a giveaway, this has a heavy focus on music, and the idea here, it's basically you receive a final record from your ex, and upon playing it, everything around you changes. The people you know, the relationships you have. Out to get your life back on track though, you set out on an adventure across Europe. Coming stamped with a mature rating, I'm actually looking forward to what I'm guessing is going to be a pretty deep experience and tale here, so yeah, I'm curious. Especially when I look at the reviews of their previous 2 interactive graphic novels and the high praise they've received. So Ruin are coming in next, and I own this one on the PS4. I even have a physical limited run print of it as well. Absolute pain in the ass to get hold of, but I can tell you now, if it's optimized while on the Switch, this is absolutely a must-buy and a hell of a ride. It's basically, think a cyberpunk twin-stick shooter that's of course ultra-violent, with a fun storyline and an insane world to explore. Throw in then all the weapons and just the general style this one has, and I'm really excited to get my hands on this one handout, and I will absolutely be a day one buyer. Just don't think this one's going to go easy on you. There's definitely a pretty steep challenge here, that's just a warning. So this next one then, it looks interesting. Claws. The vibe I'm getting here is it's kind of like a slower paced Super Meat Boy. Basically, navigate locations and avoid death from literally everything that wants to kill you. Seems it's been out on consoles though and PC for a while now, and reviews, they seem a little all over the place. I'm finding everything from 6 and 7s to 9s out of 10. Looking at this though, there seems to be a lot to like. I gotta say, the visual design's really nice. It's colourful, minimalistic. It's promising critically praised non-interruptive narrative, though it doesn't say who these critics are, so that might be a little concerning. The 6 worlds, 34 levels, 100 plus rooms, so yeah, tons of content. And then it even has 2 endings, driving some replayability, so it may just justify that price. So Burnout Remastered now, and I gotta be honest, I'm looking forward to it, but the idea of $50 or your local currency seems a little steep in my eyes. I don't know if the handheld factor is enough to get me to buy it, honestly, for a few reasons. First, I feel like Paradise as a game is the last one anyone really wanted. Still a good game, don't get me wrong, but Burnout Revenge or Takedown over this one any day. Then the other problem, it's currently on sale for $5 in the US or even free for the Xbox and PS4. Now granted, I will say for that free portion you do need a subscription, but still it's a lot cheaper than $50. Maybe if this was a perfect port, especially that handheld mode, then consider me in. but I can't help but worry the Switch price hike here on this one is just a little too high. With all that though, that would be my normal reaction. I will no doubt be picking this one up. I run a dedicated Switch channel after all, so you can expect content here on SwitchCorner. Trailer, I'll give it this, it looks great, and the 60 FPS, that's great to see. So Railway Empire now on the Switch, and another acquired taste. This is a Tycoon game for, I guess, train fans. Something about this one though does pique my curiosity. First off, it's a bit of a beast in content, so I'm just curious to see how the Switch handles, the visuals, these huge maps, the overall graphical quality. But if all goes well and this port is strong, this could be a lot of fun, especially on the go. I mean, yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this one. Grab this one if you're excited to build trains across the globe in like the 1800s, I guess. I think I'm actually going to take a risk on this one myself. I'm hoping to get a review out on the channel actually if I can get a hold of a copy early enough. But I will say don't hold your breath on that video. As I said, this is kind of a monster game in its length. My final game then, and it just happens to be my big pick of the week, the Coma 2 Fisher Sisters. When I started this channel, the original Coma was actually one of the first games I spoke about, and while I will say it had a few issues here and there, I absolutely loved it. It was a 2D horror thriller that was based within a school, and there was like a demon variation of your teacher chasing you with the full intent of killing you. Here, we basically seem to get that same thing, but I love the story from the first one. The 2D like stealth gameplay was seriously tense, and I'm just hoping this one can deliver a little bit more of the same and maybe build upon it. I'm really hopeful though. I'm a day one buyer for sure, and I'm actually pretty confident you should see a review of this on the channel later in the week. And that's my top picks of the week. Not sure I would call it an epic week, but I would still say it's a pretty strong indie lineup in the next few days. It's definitely going to be nice though to give my wallet a little break from some of these like AAA games. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, we do appreciate it. If there's anything you think I missed, let me know in the comments below. And if you're new here, hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family. I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.